Welcome, and I'm not going to waste much time in this intro. Yes, I'm not excited for GTA 6, as the title says. No, it's not because I'm an anti-woke and I'm upset about playing as a woman or a minority, and it's not because I'm an SJW who can't take a joke. Let's just get that political rubbish out the way. The reason I'm not excited for GTA 6 is due to my personal preferences and past experiences with Rockstar's games. So without further ado, let's jump into the first segment, GTA 5. So GTA 5 came out in 2013 when I was 16 years old. I remember my granddad picking me up from school and giving me a copy of GTA 5 he'd picked up from our local Blockbusters. Oh god, I'm getting old. Once we got home, I went inside and started playing GTA 5. I got my first achievement, Welcome to Los Santos, on the 17th of September at 5:15 PM. Finishing the story on the 21st of September at 9:58 PM. I really loved the game as a kid, and I went on to play a lot of the online mode. Over time I soured on the online mode, mostly because I hated the microtransactions, which I felt ruined the fun of the game, and the game was more fun when you spent money, and as a 16-year-old, I didn't have much money. And I just didn't like the way that the gaming industry was going, as I thought microtransactions were going to ruin gaming. I feel like I'm slightly justified in thinking that, seeing it where we are as a gaming industry and as players who have to deal with all this bollocks. So anyway, let's jump forward into the future. As in, by the future, I mean into the more closer to present day, with 2024 as well. I replayed GTA 5 in 2024, so I replayed it last year, and I didn't really enjoy it. I'm guessing this is because my tastes have changed over the years. I found the gameplay to be pretty fun at times, but also insanely annoying at others, like that crane mission. Man, that mission was so boring. I also just wasn't being grabbed by the story. At the time, I was coming off my Yakuza / Like a Dragon playthroughs. I'd gotten into Yakuza pretty late, so I was playing catch-up with the series, which meant I played a lot of Yakuza games, and they are long. They have very detailed, very long stories and cutscenes. So as I was playing GTA 5 and watching the cutscenes, I realised I just wasn't invested. The storytelling and characters just weren't connecting with me in the way that the writing did in the Yakuza games. I realised that playing the Yakuza games had changed my perspective. It had changed my taste in writing and storytelling. But nevertheless, I powered through and I finished my second playthrough of GTA 5. And I gave the game a relishing score of 6 out of 10. It's not bad, it just wasn't particularly great. And I know there's a lot of you going to be saying, well, it's a 10 out of 10 game, it's incredible. And yeah, I felt that way when I was 16, but as a 20, I think I was 27, probably 26, as a 26, 27-year-old, it did not click. It just didn't. I really wanted it to, and it just didn't. It disappointed me. Like, the game isn't bad, it's just not particularly great. And I feel like, as I've said multiple times now, my tastes have changed a lot since 2013. Like, since 2013, we've had incredible games like Kingdom Come Deliverance, Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Like a Dragon, the DayZ mod, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, Baldur's Gate 3, Tales of Arise, Dragon Quest XI, Project Zomboid, Days Gone, and probably like some games here and there that I can't think of or I'm not mentioning because I'm doing a different video at the end of the year and that I'll talk about at the end of this video. And I don't want to give any spoilers for that. So yeah, I've experienced a lot of different games from a lot of different dev teams who design their games and write their characters differently from Rockstar. It's easy to see why my tastes have changed, and GTA 5 just didn't do it for me anymore. Which is why I'm mentioning all this. It makes me worried that if GTA 5 bores me now, what if GTA 6 is going to bore me as well? Has Rockstar grown that much as writers? We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's move on to segment 2. I'm really sick of talking about this game, as I've said the exact same stuff for years, so I'm going to make this really quick. I found Red Dead Redemption 2 to be pretty boring. It didn't click for me, it was overly realistic, with mechanics such as Arthur unequipping his guns and putting him on his horse, you know, which just was a massive inconvenience. The story was fine, the characters were well written, the music was fantastic, the cover system somehow felt worse than the first game, and just overall, there's like great things in this game that are good, and then most of it was just, I just wasn't having any fun. It simply wasn't for me, and I'm worried about GTA 6 being too much like Red Dead 2, because Red Dead 2 did realism in a way that doesn't work for me, while something like Kingdom Come Deliverance does. You know, if you ever played Kingdom Come Deliverance, you probably think, oh, that's really boring, or you think, oh, that's one of the best games ever made, one of the most immersive experiences I've ever had, and that's what it was for me. It was an amazing game with one of the most immersive experiences I've ever had playing a game. I love that game, and I understand why some people find it boring. But that game did realism right, for me, while Red Dead Redemption 2 does realism wrong, for me. So you may love Red Dead 2, and I'm not saying that Red Dead 2 is a bad game, I'm saying that Red Dead 2 was a bad game for me. It did not work for me. I did not enjoy it. And so my concern is that they're going to take everything from Red Dead 2, they have a big audience that absolutely adores that game, and they have a part of that audience that will not criticize anything about that game. It's perfect to them. You know, I'm saying that with a bit of annoyance, because I'm a little bit annoyed. My main concern is that GTA 6 is going to be too much like Red Dead 2, they're going to be too realistic, and it's not going to be fun. So that's my concern. So, let's move on to segment 3. I really wanted Bully 2. I absolutely adore Bully. I've completed it roughly 40 times since it released in the UK as Canis Canem Edit back on the 17th of October 2006 when I was 9 years old. Somehow I managed to convince my grandparents to get me this game, and I played the ever-loving fuck out of it. I couldn't get enough of it. I loved the gameplay, story, characters, humor, world building, the music. Oh my god, the music is just pure perfection. It's like, hearing the drums in that game made me really want to play drums, and eventually I did, and I fucking love drums now. So you can understand that Bully was very, very inspirational for me. And it was a big part of my childhood. So I have been super excited for Bully 2 for, well, since 2006. And thanks to YouTube channels like Swegter and Nathan NS, we know that Bully 2 was cancelled not once, but twice. Once for Max Payne 3, and the second time for Red Dead Redemption 2. And now that they've announced GTA 6, it's looking like my chances of getting a Bully sequel anytime soon are deader than a protagonist in a Red Dead game. Personally, I don't care too much for GTA. You know, I played GTA 5. I liked Vice City, San Andreas, the other one, forgotten it. Yeah, forgotten it. But Bully and LA Noire were what I really wanted from Rockstar. So, to sum it up, I'm not as excited for GTA 6 because I want Bully 2 more. It's a game that I have been wanting a sequel to. It is a game that I've been wanting a sequel to for 20 years. It's a game that I enjoy a lot more than any of the GTA games. So, for me, getting GTA 6 when I could get Bully 2, it's pretty obvious which one I want more. And so because I'm getting GTA 6 instead, I'm just like, but you have Bully 2! Anyway, let's move on to segment 4. Leaks. GTA 6 has suffered from many leaks, and these leaks paint a picture of a game that doesn't really appeal to me. Now, I'm going to draw a massive line here in saying that the leaks do not represent what the final game will be. These leaks happened in extremely early builds of the game, and these things could have just as easily been improved, thrown out, or stayed the exact same. I don't know, and I won't know until I play the game for myself. But let's go over some of the leaks, and we can talk about how I feel about them. The removal of the weapon wheel. I think this is extremely stupid. It makes the game overly realistic, and it will likely take away some of the fun unless they can introduce new game mechanics that can counteract this. Such as a fun dynamic system like what you have in Halo, where you're having to pick up weapons on the fly, to improvise and use your environment, or grab a environmental weapon, you know, or make some on the fly like in Dead Rising 2. But as it stands, I am worried that they're just gonna go on the overly realistic route of Red Dead 2 and not really put anything interesting in to counterbalance the fact that you now have a very limited supply of guns. So we'll just gonna have to wait and see if it's boring or not, and what they do with it. 2 protagonists. I actually prefer this compared to GTA 5's 3 protagonists. As a big Yakuza fan, I can tell you, too many eggs in the basket is not a good thing, like GTA 5, which has way too many protagonists. Compared to something like Infinite Wealth or Yakuza 0, where I think they have a good balance. 2 protagonists is good. It means that you're not introducing too much to the players at once, and it allows them to keep track of things more easily. It also means that we can have a more deeply explored relationship between the main protagonists, and we'll have more time to explore each of their personalities. Now that a third character doesn't exist, we can dedicate all of that time to giving these characters more time to be fleshed out, and I think that's just better. Side activities. As a big Yakuza fan, I adore side content, so give me as much as possible, Rockstar. Apparently we're getting golf, scuba diving, and racing. I'd like to see more minigames, but I'll go over what they should be in the next segment, which is, you know, it's the outro, but, you know, actually, I think this is a good place, because there's not that many leaks. There's not actually as much to talk about as I would like, so let's just move on to the outro, and we're going to do something a little bit different for the outro. You'll see. So before I say goodbye and wrap this video up, here are some things that I hope GTA 6 has, as these things would make me interested in playing it. Melee combat like Bully. I mean, why wouldn't I want this? The melee combat in GTA has always been terrible, so I'd love to see some Bully mechanics come back and be improved upon. Side activities. So this is a list of some of the minigames I would like to see get introduced. There's a lot. Bowling, baseball / batting cages, pool, aka billiards, karaoke, band / instrument playing, dancing, taxi driving, delivery missions like Uber Eats, vigilantism, burglary, burger thievery, arcade games, darts, underground / boxing / martial arts / pro wrestling tournaments, business management, Grottos and Gremlins, and I'm sure there's more you could mention in the comments that I reply, oh yeah, to, because, yeah, there's probably a lot more things that I'm gonna finish this video, and then, like, 2 days later I'm gonna be like, I should have mentioned that. Same way that you'll say something in the comments, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that. Yeah, I would love that. That's a great idea. We'll see. If I see some comments that are like that, then I'll reply, oh yeah, and you'll see. Side activities. Like Strangers and Freaks from GTA 5, but with characters that stick around more. I'm fine with most of them being silly parodies of celebrities, a part of society that are fun but short segments, but I'd also like to see some more likeable characters that we get to hang out with and get to know. It'd also be great if the side activities, at least some of them, have their own storylines with unique characters we interact with, you know, get to know and befriend, that are tied to the side activities. Okay, now I see what I'm doing. I just want GTA 6 to be more like the Yakuza games. But, I mean, that would make me more excited for GTA 6, so Rockstar. RPG mechanics. You know, not like the Ubisoft RPGs, which are awful. But much like how San Andreas had you gain weight from stuff in your face with chicken wings and cake, and how you'd have to hit the gym and become swell, or raise your sex appeal and so on, I really like that stuff. I would like to see more of it, so Rockstar, do it. And that's all I have, I think. This video is long enough, so let me know if you're excited for GTA 6 or not, and why. With that, that's another video done that nobody will probably watch, but hey, if I just did this for the views, I'd make slop, grifter, anti-woke garbage. I've got another video coming in December where I rank every game I played in 2025, ranked from worst to best, so subscribe if you want to see the notification from that video, and yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, unless you're a dickhead, in which case I hope you step in dog shit and don't realise it until way too late and you tread shit all over your carpet. I stumbled a bit there, but got it out. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye-bye.